This is the first flow, the registration flow. All the user need to do is create a credentials. Then basically he needs to choose between modern and basic, but we removed the basic authentication. So we will remove this page in the future, okay, as we have only one option. The last page here is the Microsoft code. So the user will click into the Microsoft link where he will paste the device code. With that, he will log in with his admin credentials. These admin credentials is the credentials on Microsoft, where they have the admin permissions on Exchange, OneDrive, Sharepoint, Teams, okay? Once he logged in, we will ask permission to access his data. It's basically, we are creating an Azure application on customer side, and this application will have access to their data, giving this data to us, okay? So once they approved this, they can close this window. He will come back to this portal and then click the the green button, and that's all. The customer will be registered in this portal, okay? Once he's registered, he can log into this portal. He will see all the features as I am logging in as an admin, so I can see everything. So admin features means users, where you can see all the users in your company. Jobs, you can see all the jobs, the backup jobs you have. Repositories, where your data are located. Licensing, which user is consuming a licensing right now, and restore activities. I will pass one by one with more details later, okay? So those 5 are admin features, okay? OneDrive, Exchange, Sharepoint, and Teams, those are end user feature. So if you are logged in as with an end user login, you will see only these 4 options here, okay? And then you have support ticket. This we will open a ticket with our request teams. Event logs is more a log of everything that's done on our portal, and then knowledge base, some guides to the users, okay? So let's see the overview page. It's just a summary of all your organization, how many backup jobs you have, how many repositories are you using, the amount of data you are using right now, how many licenses are you using right now. If they choose like 1 year, 3 years, or forever retention, we will show here which retention they have. It's blank here as I have multiple retention here as this test account, okay? This is the amount of restore activities you have in the last 7 days, and the amount of restore activities you have in the last 30 days. Restore activity means if that someone like downloaded an item from the backup, they restored something to his personal account, okay? I'll show you how to do this, okay? For more admin perspective, how many mailboxes you have protected, groups, sites, teams, and how many new users you had last week and last month, okay? Just a summary on your organization. Here you have the users menu, where you can see all the mailboxes you have in your organization. And you can invite this user to join this portal. What invite means? This user will receive an email with the link to join the portal, and then he can access the portal as an end user, okay? If you invite them with the green button, they will receive, they will create a local credentials, so username and password, local in this portal. If you invite them with the blue one, they can log in this portal with the Azure credentials. So he will use the same credentials he used to connect to his mail server, okay? And also you can make someone else admin. Maybe you have a group of support or operators, so you can make someone else admin. Here you have the admins you have in your portal, so you can cancel them anytime. Cancel invite means that you invited someone, but this one didn't finish his profile yet, so he didn't have he don't have access. He doesn't have access to the portal yet. Okay. Then you have repositories, and then later I will speak about jobs. Repositories is where your data will be located. Okay, if you are physically creating this this repository, it means you are creating a folder inside inside a drive. Okay, here as the portal, all the customer need to do is give any name and description. He will choose between item level or snapshot based. On this, the difference here is that snapshot based, you will back up everything you have on your folder, on your email, OneDrive. And instead, the item level retention means you will back up, like, let's suppose you choose like 1 year retention, and then you choose item level. If you have a file where you created that's longer than 1 year and you didn't touch this file in the last year, this file will be skipped from this backup. Okay, even if you have the file in your folder, but if you didn't touch this file, if you didn't modify this touch in the last year, it will be skipped from the backup. Okay. So we strongly recommend the snapshot based, as you will back up every single file you have in your folder. Once you create your repository will be here. So normally we suggest the customers to create 1 repository per job. Like, okay, I will create a backup job for Exchange, so I will need a repository for Exchange. So I will create a backup job for OneDrive, so I need a repository for OneDrive. This is just for performance. Okay. After you create your repository, you can create your backup jobs. To create a backup job, again, you can give any name and description. In the next page here, you can choose between backup the entire organization and select some objects. We don't recommend the customers to backup the entire organization as a whole, because it will mix products like Exchange, OneDrive, SharePoint. That is different kind of files and mail. So we recommend to go with some objects, and then he can add these objects to the backup. An object here is basically an account and a mailbox, OneDrive account. Okay, so you can find here, you have all the products, like the first one is users or mailboxes, so you can select the mailbox you want to add. Here you have groups, so you can select the groups you want to backup, and here in groups, inside the groups you have users, so you can choose if you want to backup the users mailbox, the users OneDrive. You have SharePoint sites, so you can select the sites you want to backup. The last one is Teams, so the Teams groups that you want to backup. And the last one is the organization, the whole organization. And this is the way we normally recommend the customers do. So they select the organization, and inside the organization, he can select which product he wants to backup. So if you are creating an Exchange backup job, you select only Exchange and Archive. And then you create a second backup job for OneDrive, and a third one for SharePoint and Teams, that they share the same structure. Okay. Now this is how we recommend the customers to do. Once you select the objects, you can go next. Here you can select the objects to exclude. Maybe you have some accounts that you have like a test account, or maybe something that you don't need to backup. Okay, So you can exclude. Sometimes it's easier than, okay, I will include everyone and then exclude only one account. It's easier, okay? The next page, you will choose the repository you just created. So we recommend to create one repository per backup job, okay? And the last one is just the schedule. So we'll choose when this job will run, okay? Once you create your backup job, you have all the details on it. Sorry. You can see when was the last run, when will be the next run, which repository are you using, the amount of space of this job already consumed, the schedule, and here the difference from some other vendors. We have the session history, where you can see every single execution of this job. And also you can see the logs, so you can see if you have any warning, if you have any error, you can filter and look into this, okay? They can even export to Excel if they want. And they have the full history on this and the full control. If they want, they can start this job right now. Right now, this job is disabled. So if you want, you can enable, you can edit or even delete, okay? A warning with the delete. Most customers ask, okay, but if I delete the job or if I delete the repository, what happens? It will delete only in the portal, okay? You will not delete any real data from the customer. The repository itself will be kept on the Vim server. We cannot delete any real data physically, okay? So we are safe doing this in the portal. So you can see every single job from here, all the details. Then you have the licensing page. It's just a report on which user are consuming a license right now. When was the last backup, which objects are being backed from that user. The restore activities. Restore, as I said before, it's when you download something from your backup. So if you restore something from your backup, so you have which restore type, if product, if it's Teams, OneDrive, SharePoint, Exchange. What was the restore point used? So the image I use, okay, so I delete my file like 2 weeks ago. So I need to use a restore point that's older than 2 weeks ago to find this file again, okay? So you have the details, so you have how many items was processed here, if you have success or not, creation time. This creation and end time is the session, the restore session. I will show you what this means. The user who did this restore. And if you click the session log, you'll see the details. You can see exactly which file was restored and from where, okay? And also, if you want, you can export everything to Excel as I did propose, okay? You will notice that you have some 0 items here. 0 items means that someone opens a restore session. He could see your file names, he could see your email subjects, but he didn't open anything. He didn't download or restore anything. He couldn't see any content, okay? He just see the file name and subject. I will show you now what this means. So let's see, let's start with the OneDrive. So OneDrive, Exchange, SharePoint, and Teams, they have basically the same front end, the same page. We need to make it, we want to make this as simple as possible for the end users. So this page will show just the dates where we have at least one restore point, okay? So I cannot select nothing in the future, or even some dates where I don't have any restore point. So once I select the date and time I want, I can click Start Restore. This will create a restore session. So I open a restore session. So in the top right, I have the Stop Restore Session button. And when you are inside the restore session, you can see all the backup data from that restore point we choose. As I am logged in as an admin, I can see all the accounts, okay? But if you're logged in as an end user, you will see only your personal account, okay? So let's see, okay, I have my account here. If I want, I can download my entire account as a zip file, or I can restore all my account to original location. So I will upload all this data again to Microsoft, to my account, and then I can choose if I want to keep the original file or if I want to overwrite. So okay, what will I do if I find the same file there? Will I overwrite it or not? Okay, you can choose that. But okay, I don't want the entire account. I want to find a specific file. So you can enter the account, and then you can navigate between the folders, between the files, and then if you want, you can enter another folder, or if okay, this is the file I want to restore. You have an option to download as a plan file, to download as a zip file, or even restore to original location. Okay. You can restore more than one file at once, and then you need to use this restore option here on top. You can also have the advanced search that will find by file name, file extension, created by, and some others. This will find the file inside the entire account, not only the current folder. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I will stop this restore session right now. I will start an exchange. For exchange, you see that you have a different date and time selector here. Exchange is still in Angular. OneDrive was already in React here. So it's a little bit different, but not with the same purpose. Again, for Exchange, I can see all the mailboxes, all the accounts. If you are end user, you'll see only your personal account. And it works exactly as the same. If you want, you can download the entire account as a PST file. You can download to original location. And for Exchange, we offer restore to a different location. It's simple like this for the end user. They don't need to do anything else. If you want to download, it will download right now. If you want to restore to original location, to restore right now. It's simple like that. And again, for all products, Sharepoint and Teams, we will have the exchange, the advanced search with the correspondence filter. So for Exchange, you have like emails filters. For Sharepoint and Teams, you will have like file filters, like OneDrive. And as you can have different documents on SharePoint, you will have some different types of filters here, okay? And the restore options, the stop restore session, all buttons are the same, okay? SharePoint in Teams is basically the same, so just a different structure. I'll show you one real quickly here. So we'll see all the sites. If you click a site, you will see the SharePoint structure. You have the document, templates, assets, site pages, bookmarks, library, Teams wiki. So if you click, you will have the documents here. Then the restore options are basically the same. The advanced search, you have the same options here. Okay. And for Teams, again, exactly the same. The Teams is also in React right now. So we have this different. On Teams, you will see the Teams groups first. Once you click the Teams groups, you have the Teams channels. And once you click the Teams channels, you have the files, the posts, that means the conversation, and the tabs. That means that you can have the applications you can attach to your Teams, okay? So let's say you want to see the posts, you just open here and then you can see all the posts, all the conversation you have, okay? Just for curiosity, just to let you know, we cannot backup personal conversation, okay? We backup only the conversation you have inside the groups, inside the Teams channels, okay? Not personal conversation. Other than this, we have a support ticket. This is a simple page where you can send us some details, upload a file. When you click save, this will send an email to the request teams, to our request team. And then you have a new line here, and then you can like edit, okay, it's done, it's in progress, it's blocked, it's created. Just to have some historical on the support tickets from this customer, okay? You have the event log where you can see if someone creates a repository, someone update a repository, if someone update a job, someone invite a new user, if someone just log into this portal. So you have all the historical details on this, okay? And also the last one, knowledge base, is just some guides where the customers can download the documents. Other than that, we'll have organization settings and user settings. Again, organization just for the admins. The users, they can enable or disable multi-factor authentication for the local credentials. So this means to log in this portal, the customer will receive an email or a short message with a token, and they will need this token to log in the portal. They can create an IP whitelist where let's suppose they want to join this portal only from only from a specific VPN or a specific department or specific building. So he will list the IPs he wants, and then if it's not listed here, we will not allow the access to the portal. We can enable or disable the Azure login where you can invite the customers. And here is just a report. It's basically the same information you have in the overview page if you want to receive this by email, okay? Number of auxiliary accounts. This is related to how we do the backups, okay? This is for SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams. We can create more service accounts, and then we can go to Microsoft with a different accounts and get more data, higher speed on transfer rate, okay? So normally it's based on the user's quantity or the full backup size. We suggest how many accounts the customer need to create, okay? And this will be the same flow they have on the registration. They will receive a code, a Microsoft link, and then they will have to give us permission to do that, okay? We offer this portal in English and also in French. And I believe that's all. I know that's it's not a big portal, but I know it's a lot of information, a lot of new features, new terms, new vocabulary. So I don't know if you have any questions, if you want to clarify something. Let's invite someone here. Let's invite Flavio. Let's create a portal invite. So I received an email with a registration link. I click the link. I create my password. And then I can log into the portal. And as I said, I have only the end users features here. So OneDrive, Exchange, and SharePoint. I don't have Teams, as Teams is not a personal product, okay? I don't have personal groups on Teams. So if I create a SharePoint, Exchange, or OneDrive restore here, I will see only my mailbox, okay?